That would be me right there.
Really? Was it the
same? Screaming, playing with the kids.
Life in LA's Chinatown, he says, was happy but unremarkable.
This is your old elementary school?
Yes, Castelar Elementary School, yes.
That is, until the day in 1983, when Hollywood casting agents showed up here, looking for a young Asian boy to star in a Spielberg movie.
You know nuts. He's crazy.
In 1984's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
I was born here in the United States in the city of Long Beach. My parents are both refugees.
My parents were refugees, so we settled in Silver Lake. And I always say that we were the original hipsters. A lot of my time was spent in Chinatown. So even this library here, this is where my parents would drop me off. This was the Chinatown branch library, but it became part of Castelar.
We have a lot of students who are refugees coming from different countries. I was not a refugee, but hearing the stories of my parents, it's very important to make students feel seen, make them feel welcomed, make them feel accepted, even if it's just in this library space, just knowing that I may not know their struggles, but I can listen, I can help, I can provide books, resources, anything that they may find useful.
And I feel like there's just such a pride in being able to identify, work at, live in Chinatown. I always say that our school is the heart of Chinatown, and I still believe that.
I'm from Mexico. I am a parent rep here at Castelar over 2 years, and I'm also a parent of 2 children attending Castelar. What I noticed is the engagement from parents. Parents are willing to help a lot.
We do have a very diverse student body, Thai families, Southeast Asians, Vietnamese,
China, Cambodia, Colombia, Mexico, Guatemala, Ukraine.
Russian families and Kazakh families. There's different dialects being spoken here. It could be Chiujiao, it could be Cantonese, Mandarin.
Kyrgyzstan, which border Russia, so they speak Russian, but they're a totally different ethnicity, it's a totally different country. But Russia is their primary language, and it's kind of nice in the sense where there's so many of them, so they don't isolate.
Very multicultural.
It's okay to make a mistake, especially at a rehearsal. Kind of like the song we're gonna try today. We have an audience, and we have to make sure we're ready.
My name is Matt Brundrett. Kids call me Mr. B. And I'm the music teacher here.
Oh, Mr. B is awesome. I love him. He's like a joy of a human. You want to talk about magical? He's magic.
He's not like a normal teacher where he says, "You failed." It takes a lot of encouragement and effort to teach like 20 kids.
The fact that I do teach from TK to 8th grade, I get to see these kids grow up. Even though it's once a week, they can still build on the skills that they learned in kindergarten through 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade.
ETMLA is such a little treasure for Castelar. You know, there's not a lot of schools in LAUSD that have a very robust music program. I think ETMLA and some of our school-sponsored field trips, it's just been a perfect opportunity for students and children that come from families that don't necessarily have the resources or the time to take them to places or to expose them to music in the way that we've been able to.
And 4th grade and 5th grade, where they start to actually be able to take home instruments and practice and decide if they want to have their musical abilities transferred to an instrument. At that point, I don't have to do a lot of prodding in terms of getting kids to practice because it's part of the culture. 9 times out of 10, those kids come back, "Hey, Mr. B, I learned this song. Oh, I learned this by ear."
So when the bridge happened, I was like, and then I was doing it, and then right when I was stopped, I just did the big E at the end because I thought it was Seven Nation Army.
Like the first few notes of their last song, Seven Nation Army, like the crowd went wild, and you could see their faces of the students at Castelar light up. The first thing one of the students told me as they got off stage, they're like, "Mr. B, I want to do that again." And it's like, yeah, that's empowerment right there.
I have worked at other schools within LA Unified in different neighborhoods, different districts. Like LAUSD is broken up into different segments, and some of them were just one specific race, and the socioeconomic statuses were so high that you can ask for anything and the next day it would be delivered to you, whereas Castelar is not quite the same.
I think that we just need more resources because people are also coming in with a lot of, our families are coming in with a lot more hardships.
My mom was actually very poor. It was very hard because she had to escape with barely any money, barely enough to buy a plane flight to America.
We have families that are homeless, they're food insecure, there are different needs.
A fire breaks out in an unfinished building in Chinatown.
Firefighters say they evacuated nearby apartment buildings because of heavy fire, smoke, and water damage. At least 51 people were displaced.
I've cried before, and I try to excuse myself and I run into my my restroom, but it could be jarring sometimes to hear the realities of some of what our families face sometimes.
What would happen if there'd be no music class?
I would be pretty sad because normally Mr. B is a great musician. He taught us how to play, and most importantly, he sometimes let us be his assistant.
The arts provide an opportunity for students to be a well-rounded individual. Without that, then it's just drill and kill. You're just memorizing facts, you're just memorizing numbers and statistics. It's not contributing to you as an individual, you as a person, you as a community member. And so seeing the joy that the arts bring to them is magic, like truly. And so it's gonna make me cry.
It's a special place. I feel very lucky to be here. And I hope all the families and all our dragons also feel lucky to be here too, because I know I do.
Whew. I love them so much.
These days, if Kiwi Kwan looks like a man whose fondest dream has finally come true, well, that's because it has.
I still can't believe it. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how it happened. But I don't think I've ever been this happy.
This beautiful shirt was created because we are trying to raise money so that we could support our ETMLA music program here. And the t-shirts were created by our PTO so that we could fundraise and hopefully support like programs like ETMLA for the long run.
Support the school program, get your t-shirt,